Thank you for joining the Reverend Dr. Sean Michael Greener, radio host, national pastor, author, and speaker for Sundays with Dr. Sean. Hold on tight.
The introduction is planned.
Here comes the truth.
This is going to be real talk. How to survive the riots, what to do. You always take a chance. I'm Dr. Sean Michael Greener, by the way. Normally, you're going to find The Collision of Faith and Politics here. You're going to find Sundays with Dr. Sean and different things that I do. Written a couple of books, 3 books. Working on 2 more. Hey, Wayne Howe, The Bible Summary for Real People. And Excellence Killed the Church, How Mediocrity is Destroying America. And boy, isn't that true today. So, the other day, just for some quick background, the other day we had brave, accomplished astronauts go up into space. And it was awesome. And we had the best of America, people that worked hard, did what they're supposed to do. They really did amazing things, right? We can all agree that they did amazing things. They are amazing. They are the best that we have, right? Not only are they astronauts, but their spouses are both astronauts. Their wives, both astronauts. So they're the best of what we got, right? So while that's happening, the worst of what we have. Now, look, I'm just going to give you a warning, right? This is real talk here. We're not going to talk fluffy business. We're not going to talk politically correct. I wrote about, in my first book and in my second book, that political correctness is killing this country. Fake racism is killing this country. So, Dr. Sean, I can't believe you're saying this racism is fake. Look, I'm going to tell you something. My buddy, I won't say his name because then he's concerned about getting bounced off of social media. But he's right. If you follow me, you'll see him. Great writer, great thinker, great guy, personal friend of mine, brilliant human being. I just want you to understand that I'm going to say some stuff that's going to really put off a lot of people. I don't really care. I really don't. I can back everything I say up. I can verify everything. It doesn't take an epidemiologist to demonstrate what's really going on here. I'm not going to go deep into the racism thing because I got some stuff I got to do. So, quick background. If you want to know my background, go to executiveprotectionteam.com. Executiveprotectionteam.com. That'll be all you need to know about that. This is not about racism. Now, you know it, and I know it. Now, there are some dumb people out there, some gullible people out there, some chicken feces people out there that keep saying it's about racism, and they can think it's about racism, but it ain't about racism. Take it from Dr. Sean. Not about racism. This has nothing to do with racism. It has everything to do with a political coup. You say, come on now. We saw that guy with his knee on that fella's neck. George Floyd. I'll say George Floyd's name all day long, but I will not say the other guy's name. Having been a police officer, and there's police officers listening right now all across the nation to hear and on Spreaker who I served with and who are police officers that I'm very familiar with, and I know what kind of cops they are. And some are retired. I'm going to tell you this is not a common occurrence. You can say, well, it seems like it's all over the news. Really? Are you that freaking gullible that you think that because you're seeing a lot of it lately that it happens a lot? Because it doesn't. They are playing you if you believe that. Now, some soft white people and some generational, perpetually aggrieved black people, newsflash, ain't about racism. Do law enforcement, white or black, have disproportionately more contact with black people? Yes. Yes, they do. Ooh, so racist to say that. No, it's not. Go to the National Crime Information Center, NCIC. Look at their data. Look at their data. It's astounding. Look at the perpetration of violent crime, race to race. Perpetrator, victim. Look at those numbers. Look at them. They're stunning. So, well, that's because there's institutional racism. The reason why there's disproportionately more is because black people don't have access to lawyers and they're targeted more and all this stuff. Look, stop with that crap. You got to keep your family together. You got to keep your jobs. You got to do things that are healthy for you and for your community. Stop talking smack. There are more white people who are killed by white or black cops in a given year, exponentially more than black people killed by white cops. Now, you cannot like that. I don't care if you don't like it. It's the facts. It's data and it's facts. You can't argue with the facts. You say, well, that's facts that are drummed up by the blah, blah, blah. I'm going to tell you who this is about, right? This isn't about black people. Now, black people, stop being a sucker. Stop being a sucker. I have a friend, I won't say his name because I don't want to, get him all flamed because of what I say. He's a young man. He's good friends with my brother. An unbelievable football player. Very smart. Well, you know what? Gerald Foster. He's on my Facebook. He's a young man, same age as my son. Great, great guy. Happens to be a black guy. And Gerald wrote one of the best perspectives I've ever seen. Are there issues of racism? Are there human beings on the planet, white or black, who are racist? No matter what job they do? Yes. Yes. Are you ever going to eliminate that completely? No. No. You're not going to eliminate the white people who have racist tendencies, and you aren't going to eliminate the black people who have racist tendencies. No. Stop talking fluffy unicorns up your butt, sunshine and rainbows coming out your rear end. Nonsense. It's not realistic. It doesn't happen. Do people change? Yes. Yeah, they do. There are people that change. Absolutely. But this ain't that. I think what that police officer did warrants murder charges. Oh, wait! In record amount of time, he was charged. You say, no justice, no peace. No justice, no peace. Come on. It ain't about justice. And it ain't about peace. Because if they charged him with murder one, charge all four of them with murder one and conspiracy to commit murder and all these other things, which don't fit. I don't know why they were there. I'm told it was about a counterfeit $20 bill. He passed a counterfeit $20 bill. George Floyd did. Everybody in their lifetime has passed a counterfeit bill. You don't know it. You don't know. You don't know. I don't care what kind of involvement George Floyd had with law enforcement. I don't care what he did before the handcuffs were on his back. Behind his back. The handcuffs were on his hands, behind his back. He was on his stomach. I don't care. There are 4 police officers. I don't care what he did. I don't care if he spit on somebody. I don't care if he called your mama a name. I don't care what he did. Don't care. It doesn't matter. Police procedure and common sense tells you the man is handcuffed. You have 4 people. I know he's a big guy. Pick him up. Zip tie his legs. Pick him up. Put him in the back of the police car. Zip him off the police station. Get it under controlled circumstances. And then deal with it. More than 8 minutes, I'm told now. More than 8 minutes. Knees on the neck. The weakest part of your body. The most dangerous. This, you know what, Susie? I'm going to talk about that. I'm going to jump ahead and talk about that. There were so many people there, including the 3 other cops. They say, well, we didn't stop it because we were afraid of getting pepper maced. First of all, pepper mace it's not lethal. Suck it up, Buttercup. I've been pepper maced 30 or 40 times. Oh, you say you care about your community. You tell me it matters, all Black Lives Matter, but apparently George Floyd's life didn't matter. You want to get a little stingy sting in your eyes. Tired. I'm tired of hearing these people stand there, seeing these people on video with their camera. They want to be a YouTube star. I don't care what color you are. You stand there, whip your camera out, and whip your phone out and video because you want to put it on YouTube because you want to be a YouTube star. If you really cared about George Floyd, your butt would have been around inside that car, standing in that police officer's face saying, you better get your knee off that man's neck. He's handcuffed. And we're going to be peaceful. We're all good. But you better get your knee off him, because if you don't, we're going to have a problem, because there's more of us than there are of you. Meanwhile, somebody should have been in the back. Boop, boop, boop. That's 3 numbers, 911. There's a police officer here killing a man. You better send more police officers. There's a police officer here killing a man. He murdered that dude. You said, well, we don't know that, but that's all facts. We got the facts. All we need to know, I was a state certified police instructor, and I've instructed police officers all over the country at the highest level. And I can tell you, my friends, that what that punk police officer did, none of us police officers, nope, no. You don't put your knee on the man's neck for almost 9 minutes. No, you don't. So let's start with that. It's appalling to all decent people. And let me tell you something. Some of the police officers, the 99.9% of the police officers I served with and that I've taught all across the country are some of the best human beings you've ever met in your life. They are conscientious. They are amazing human beings that they sacrifice so much, including potentially their lives. And I know some who have been killed in the line of duty, friends with them, people I've even taught. The best advocate you have for good policing are good cops. And good cops don't want any part of this. They don't want any part of it. They don't want this guy to do these things. Now, you say, well, why didn't those 3 other cops do something? I can't answer that. I'm not in their heart, I'm in their mind. But I can tell you this. It happened to me one time, and I don't know if the people are listening or not that were involved. I was a field training officer, and there was a pursuit, and the crime that was alleged was real serious, if you know what I'm saying. And I drove up, and there were several people on this guy, and I grabbed a big, strong guy back then. Whoop, whoop, whoop. One guy. You hold his feet. You handcuff him. That simple. Not 4 or 5 on him. 1 on the feet. 1 handcuffing. And I've been in situations where people are high on PCP and crystal meth and, all this crazy business, and you can't barely fight them, and you need them to hold them down. But you don't need a knee on his neck. You're right, Susie. There are good people and there are bad people. There are good and bad in every profession. The problem is law enforcement is held to this level where they're expected to work perfectly every time. First of all, that's not realistic. I don't care. You talk about training. You take away police budgets. You take away police budgets, and you take away, they get sued all the time for, doing crazy. They're doing the right thing, and they get sued. It's an ultra-litigious society. It is a perpetually aggrieved community. And then you have, and here you have it, Antifa. Now, I want you to understand real quick, and then I'm going to go real fast in this because I got stuff to do. You got stuff to do. You have Antifa, who is a disruptor organization. It is a terrorist organization. And I'm going to tell you something, that many of those people, most of those people in Antifa are white people. And they're racist. But they're only racist to serve their purpose of anarchy. In this case, they want a violent coup. Because guess what didn't work? Now, coup, C-O-U-P, is when you overtake a government. You overthrow a government. They want President Trump out of there. Not because of any valid reason, but because they just want him out of there. And they're getting paid to do it. We're like a mini army, mini leftist army. People say, well, they're not Democrat. That's not, and there's a lot of white supremacists there. No, they're not. Shut your mouth. If white supremacist armed people were the problem, there'd be a lot of bodies hitting the floor right now. Now, let me put a little caveat in there for you, a little parens. This isn't a threat, it's a promise. You come down my street, you better go to the other side of the street. You better not have anything flammable in your hands. You better not have any bricks in your hands. You better not have anything can break my window, even scorch a piece of a blade of my grass. Because I'm telling you right now, you come down my street, homeboy has experience. And homeboy will not allow you to damage my property or the innocent people on my street. Ain't going to happen. Deal with that, Antifa. Deal with that, rioter, looters, perpetually aggrieved troublemakers, people that don't have any common sense. We send people to the moon that do the right thing. You sit around and you're going to stir stuff up. It's not a white or black thing. Don't let them tell you that. They're liars. So Antifa comes, they're getting paid to destroy. Straighten up, people. Wake up. I'm going to tell you something. There's business owners who are on their last leg. They're on their last leg from this stupid COVID-19. What happened to COVID-19? Someone tell me what happened to COVID-19. Social distancing, putting a mask over your face. Now they put mask over the face so you can't see who they are. Brick in your hand? Pop, pop. Molotov cocktail in your hand? Pop, pop. You say, well, you can't kill people over property. How about trillions of dollars of damage? How about wrecking an economy? How about an attempted takeover of this country? Because what do you think is going to happen if they were successful getting President Trump out, creating this view that he is awful, perpetuating this narrative where he is just awful? What do you think is going to replace him? What do you think is coming in? Now, they've attempted to overthrow this president. They tried Russia, Ukraine. Stormy Daniels. They tried everything under the sun to trap this guy, including the FBI at the highest levels, including the CIA at the highest levels, including things you cannot imagine, and they were unsuccessful. Why? Not because he has better lawyers. He does. But because he's tougher than all of them. And we need to stand up and protect this guy. You know they're attacking the White House? They're trying to burn the White House down? Are you aware of that? Are you aware that there are 60 Secret Service agents injured? And thousands of police officers all across this country injured. And there are liberal cities. Now, I want to bear this in mind. All of this is happening from the left. The left is perpetrating this. And if there's any white supremacists appearing to be on there, I'm going to tell you what. That's some Antifa action right there. That's some Saul Alinsky Rules for Radicals action, dressing that way and doing some signs. Don't believe it. Don't believe it, because it isn't true. They're just trying to make a thing up. Create optics. Now, we'll tell you this. We need to be standing with all these business owners. You don't need to be standing there pleading with these people. I don't care who they are, white, black, purple. I don't care who they are. Don't stand there and how can we talk? We're handing right hand of fellowship. We just want to work together. We feel horrible. This is horrible. It's the most horrible thing. All these white guilt punks running around. You say, somebody that saw posted that I actually care about posted, I'm so tired of hearing white people talk about, and this is a white person. I'm so tired of hearing white people talk. I'm suspicious as anybody says, I'm not a racist. I have white friends, or I have black friends. First of all, that is as racist a statement, as generalized, as a hyper-generalized statement as anything I've ever heard. First of all, both statements are stupid. However, here's the deal. Here's the real deal. I have tons of black friends. One of my very best friends, I took care of him 3 years, the last 3 years of his life. Black guy. And he always used to say, you're blacker than I am, dude. He always used to say that. I used to say Eric was the coolest dude ever. I have real friends. These people know me and I know them. Right? We know each other. We know each other's people. We've been in each other's homes. We've been back to back. Click, click. We've been in the fight together. They know me and I know them. This mess that's going on, perpetually aggrieved people. Hand out. It isn't about racism. It's about a takeover. Antifa. Our president is the only person so far that has the nerve and the strength and the backbone to stand up and say, terrorist organization, to call them what they are. Cities all across America burning when we just got through this stupid foolishness, COVID-19. We're not even through it yet, and they're messing around with this. So I'm saying to you, don't forward stupid stuff on your social media. Don't forward it. Don't perpetuate it. Somebody put some stuff on your page, click on those 3 dots. Go down. Hide. Irrelevant. Fake information. You think Facebook is messing with you? Mess with them. Somebody wants to post some stupid foolishness about, I just want to stand arm in arm. It's about love. And love with this, that, and the other. I'm aware of what Dr. King said. I studied Dr. King for 4 years as part of one of my master's degrees. I know what he says. I deeply admire the man. He would tell you, it ain't about racism now. This isn't racism. This is an attempted coup. This is anarchists being paid to do what they love to do. Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the floor. Start dropping them. I get it. All they're trying to do is to get President Trump to start getting his boys out there and his ladies out there and start dropping some. Turn the fire hose on some people. Drop some serious 100 proof pepper spray on some folks and watch and see. Oh, help me, they're shooting at me, blah, 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 blah. They turn victim real quick. It's a story they done told 100,000 times. They've been told this story. They played this game. They play you and play you and play you. And you a sucker every time. Stop being a sucker. Folks, stop being a sucker for this. This is trying to alter the optics. Okay? This is about altering the optics. This is about jacking with this president and trying to get him out of there, trying to keep him from getting elected. That's all it's about. That's all it's about. Decent people are losing everything they got now. Stop it. Now, first of all, my first rule of dealing, because I got to get to this, I got some stuff to do, and I know you got stuff to do too. My first rule about dealing with riots is avoid them. Now, the left, and I'm talking about all the left. I'm talking about all the left. Oh, by the way, Joe Biden, your staff, paying the bail, helping to fund these people that get locked up, getting them out. You're a traitor. And Joe Biden, in addition to having dementia, you're a traitor. You've been a traitor long before. You dimed out Extortion 17, United States Navy SEALs and DevGru. You're a traitor. You should have gone to jail back then. We shouldn't even be dealing with you. You committed treason. I don't care if it was accidental or I don't care what it was. You did it. And you ought to have been locked up. You paying that money for these people? You paying that money? You're aligned with them. These actors, make a list of all these actors paying the bail for these people. Make a list of all the ones that stand out there with them. Virtue signal, trying to act like, well, I'm with you. I'm with you. I'm against this. This is horrible what happened. Of course it's horrible. We have a consensus on that. We don't need agreement. We have agreement. We don't need justice. We have justice. Justice is going faster than it ever has because they have charged the guy. You need time to investigate things because if you screw it up, if you're fumbly bumbly with your investigation, guess what happens? You get in front of a jury and a smart attorney says, oh, now, by the way, somebody's mentioned a lot about this officer over the course of 19 years had 17 major complaints and he's shot and blah, 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 blah. You know what? He should have been fired. He should have been fired. Amy Klobuchar, former presidential candidate, hopeful for vice president, happened to have been one of the ones that let him off. Now, let me just say this. Let me just put this out there for you. The ultra-liberal city of Minneapolis and the ultra-liberal, ultra-militant police union. What you gonna say now, police union? This dude is a perpetrator in the highest order. Highest order. And you want to talk about Barack Obama. Barack Obama's behind this. Ooh, got him. Let me reel him in. You know? Come on now, don't fall for this. America, be smarter. Be smarter than this. Now, first thing I'm going to tell you about tactically avoiding these problems is don't go near it. Let's say you live in a town, a suburb of a city. I don't care where the city is, anywhere in this country. There's nothing you need that you need to go into that city right now for. Nothing. Nothing at all. Don't be rolling up in that city talking about, I got to go in there. I got to work in there. Don't be going in there. My son has an important job, and he has to go keep the heat and the air and the lights and all these things on. He has an important job he does. He's an essential guy that he's got to be there. I instructed him this morning. I got up at 3:30 this morning, and when he got up out of that bed to get ready to go for work, which is very early, we had a conversation, and I reminded him some things. But if you don't have to go, people of any color, stay out. Stay out. Don't stay hidden up in your home. Stay out. You wonder why these people want to take your guns away, by the way? Has that occurred to any of you? Has it occurred to any of you that they want to take away your guns? Why? For such a time as this. Folks ask me all the time, why do you need rifles with 30-round magazines? Why do you need AR-15s? Why do you need this and that and the other? Right now is one of the reasons. Right now. All this mess going on. Look, you think you're going to get right back and get along with these people, your neighbors that are doing all this stuff, the people down the street, people several blocks over? You think you just want to get back along? Can't we all get along? Let me tell you something. They showed you your true colors. They showed you your true colors. They showed you. They need to be in jail. Pick up a rock, pop, pop. Pick up a Molotov cocktail, pop, pop. Whoa. We done lost some people. I don't care who they are. White, black, purple. Pick up a rock, pop, pop. Pick up a flaming thing, pop, pop. We'll pick up a brick, pop, pop. You will put your hands on a police officer or a police car or a police... They threw a brick at a police horse. I'm telling you right now, hurt an animal. I done lose my mind you hurt a horse. Why are you going to hurt a horse? But they did it. They don't care. They're killing police officers all across the country. Killing them. And they've been doing it. Don't talk about being friends with these people. Shun them. Shame them. The law doesn't put them in jail. Shun them and shame them. People receiving government aid is aid out of your pocket, workers. Government aid is money out of your pocket. It ain't government aid, it's you. You're giving them the money when they get their checks. Facial recognition, FRT, we call it FART, facial recognition technology. We can identify most of those people. There's cameras all over the place. You think Antifa doesn't know that? Antifa's busting out cameras left and right. Some of those cameras are $15,000, $20,000. They know to bust them out. But when you know who they are, you do a little check. See if they're getting some public aid. And then you go, maybe you don't put them in jail, but you cut that free living, man. Free living. You find out who they are and you cut them off. Anyway, don't go into those places. Do not go into those places. I'm going to tell you right now, police officers listening, law enforcement, I was with you. Police officers that's right, a fire engine costs $400,000. Your house is on fire, they don't come, guess why? Because, the thugs down the street done burn it. Dr. Sean's telling you, no. Trillions of dollars of damage. The economy's teetering over this Chinese Communist virus 19 going on, and now you're going to mess with this. They're doing it on purpose. Anyway, you don't go in these areas. You stay out of those areas. If you find yourself caught up in a protest or riot, keep to the edge of the crowd where it's safest. Try not to be identified as one of the demonstrators by keeping well away from the leaders and the agitators. I'm going to tell you this. You don't need to go downtown. If a restaurant you like is open, stay out. Ain't no food they have good enough for that. No. Oh, heck no. Stay out of there. Go the opposite direction. If you need to go the same direction because you can't move across, go until you can hit a side street. Go until you can hit an opposite direction or a lateral direction, but get away. Get away from them. It's got to be done. That's got to happen. At first opportunity, break away and seek refuge in a nearby building or find a suitable doorway or alley. Stay there till the crowd passes. That's what you got to do. In the event you were arrested by the police or military, do not resist. Go along peacefully. If you're caught up in the crowd, stay clear of glass front shops. Stay on your feet and move with the flow. If you're swept along with the crush, create a space for yourself by grasping your wrists, bracing your elbows away from your sides, bend over slightly. This should allow you breathing room. If you're pushed to the ground, get against a wall, roll yourself up into a tight ball, cover your head and neck. Remember to keep calm. The crowd should sweep past in a short space of time. If shooting breaks out, drop to the floor and cover your head and neck. Look, I got to go. There's people here. Hopefully that'll help you. That's all my tips. Do it. Play it back, write it down, memorize it. Don't fall for this crap. Seriously.
Thank you for joining Dr. Sean today. Please follow Dr. Sean at www